Welcome back to part 37. And I don't want to waste any time. I really want to pour into this video. I want to really get into this. I want to help people to understand the truth and to see the truth. I want people to know where that they are actually living and that they have been given into the hands of the beast for a time. This has been going on for much longer than you realize. That's the thing, folkies. And I really want you to understand it. So let's get back into this video.
So this confirms my belief that many public influencers were told not to disclose that they were part of the Freemasons. I am convinced by my research that Ralph Waldo Emerson was one of these who was kept his association with the Masons secret. One of Emerson's main goals was to be proving that God was not separate from nature. In other words, he set out to assassinate people's faith in a creator God. He was a transcendentalist. And you can do your homework and look more into these things later. But also, listen, this is a matter of record and fact. Emerson's entire career as a scholar was effectively launched at the first Boston Masonic Temple, the Masonic Temple, in 1835. And he lectured there repeatedly for years and years and years, finding a captive audience for his ideas there. This fact is even promoted by many Freemason lodges.
Now, as he stated there, this man was a transcendentalist, and he was trying to cause people to believe that God and nature was one and the same. That is why it said on the Georgia Guidestones for us to worship nature. It's their ideology that would be a perfect balance with nature. And that we keep, because their idea was that there is no God, basically, like what we know the Bible states. And they don't believe in the end like we do. If you are his child and you've been reading his word, you know what's coming. And these people are trying to change that. And they think that if they live at one with nature, they're going to do that. And they were trying all this time to cause you to fall with them when they fell. Because they knew their fall was coming. And is coming. And that is why I'm telling you to come out. Don't let these people drag you away from the one true God, which is Jesus. Don't let them separate you from his mighty hand. Come to the truth and the knowledge of the truth. And the truth is the written word of God. Don't turn your back on the Lord. He didn't turn his back on you. He died for you. And they're not going to do that. In fact, they've been trying to destroy you for some time. Their idea of keeping perpetual bliss is keeping the population under 500 million. Under 500 million. Do you understand how many people would have to die for that to happen out of 8 billion people? That is over 7 billion people would have to die in order for them to obtain their goals. That's you. That's your children. That's your children's children. You know, that's your grandkids. And everything that they're trying to kill off. But the Bible told, the Lord told Abraham and them to be fruitful and to multiply. So you can see where their stuff goes completely against the written word of God in more ways than one. They have these graven images everywhere, and that was to help cause you to fall and be part of the apostasy and to fall away from God, to lure you away by these things and to make these things that's so enticing to you, to lure you away from God.
As something to brag about. They literally brag about this fact. There is also a painting. Let me show you this. Let me bring up this. We're just going to go to the sites and show you straight from their sources, guys. And here it is. This painting is Ralph Waldo Emerson. And if you will notice there, he has his right hand hidden, in which this is the hidden hand symbolism that he is displaying. And all of these things lead me to believe that he was a Freemason. In fact, I think many high-profile influencers in culture have been Freemasons, but their association is kept secret. For instance, think modern-day pop stars, and you'll pretty much get the picture. In fact, let me show you this. This is a
I've
picture
been posting about this stuff
the Masonic
already.
literature, and I put it next to another picture.
Didn't you know Tyler covered this? But yes, about the pop stars.
So on the right, that is from the Masonic literature, the sign of the master of the second veil. That's the hidden hand symbolism, putting the right hand into the jacket. You would see Napoleon did this. Many famous portraits of many famous leaders do this. And look who we have as well, the Beatles, pop stars, influencers. And they've got the hidden hand symbolism. The Beatles, of course, of Aleister Crowley fame, the famous Satanist, the Satanic Temple leader.
Sorry about the interruption.
This is influencers who kept their association secret, but their goal was essentially to fight against God and to bring about Satanism.
Psalms
That's
20
literally
or Psalms
what they
2
were
people. Psalms
truly
2.
doing. If you want to get right down to it. All right, now.
And why wouldn't these influencers use music, which is something that gets to the masses? Why wouldn't they use television and stuff and things, even racing and stuff like that y'all love? Baseball, football. Why would they not use these things to influence you away from the truth? Why would they not use these things to influence you away from God? I mean, because, come on. Those are things you clamor after. You worship man. This is why I've been trying to tell you, do not worship man. They are the beast. They are the beast. Worship God. Jesus himself. No other. We're supposed to love him first and foremost above all else. Above our own life. Above everyone. Do you love God more than self? Then come out of these abominable things and stay clear of them. Don't worship these things.
Let's get to some really, really big stuff here. Okay, let me ask you a question, because what we're about to go over here, I don't know if it's ever been revealed before, maybe it has, but it's pretty groundbreaking. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, to them that don't know it.
How tall is the Statue of Liberty? Well,
let's
look at Google first, okay? Out. So let's go to, let me show you this picture. I went straight to Google.
Pay attention to this.
And I asked, how tall is the Statue of Liberty? So Google says it's 305 feet. And you can do this yourself. How tall is Statue of Liberty? They'll say 305 feet. Okay, well, that's interesting, and I'll show you why here in a little bit, but let's go and look at the National Park Service. Okay, let's go to the government and see what they say, because, I mean, if anyone knows, they should know, right? It's their statue.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go here and you look at how tall is the Statue of Liberty, they say the Statue of Liberty is 305 feet and 1 inch. So from the ground to the tip of the flame, they say, is 305 feet and 1 inch. So they get very specific. 305 feet and 1 inch. Can you guys see that? 305 feet and 1 inch. This is officially what the government tells you is the height of the Statue of Liberty. I want you to see it for your own eyes. You're looking at their website live, okay? Now, the Wikipedia, you can go to Wikipedia, same thing, 305 feet, 1 inch. Well, guess what? Okay, guess what? 305 feet and 1 inch. You know, when I'm doing my studying, I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking, okay, I know I've studied these Masons, these modern day priests of Babylon. What's 305 feet and 1 inch in inches? That's 3,661. 3,661 inches. Now, you know, I've studied these guys and I'm thinking, there is no way that they made this statue 3,661 inches. You're telling me that they made it 5 inches short of 3,666? 3 sixes, 3,666? I highly, highly doubted it. So you know what? I asked God to help me find the truth. And I want to show you what I found in the Columbia University Library.
And yes,
and
Jesus will
in the
lead you
Library
into
of
all
Congress.
truth.
And these are
You just
records
gotta
from the
seek it.
1800s. And what I found is even more than I expected to find. And I want to share that with you now. So first, I'm going to show you this, okay? This is a book from the Columbia University Library. The Columbia University, by the way, is the largest library in New York City. It is the largest academic library in New York City. So this I pulled from their records. This book is from the 1800s, and I want to show you this book now. So this book is called Liberty, Enlightening the World. And I'm going to make it larger here for you if you can. But notice I've highlighted it there. The copyright of this book is 1895. Okay, this is a very old book. 1895, Liberty, Enlightening the World. And this is straight from Columbia University archives. This is very shortly after the Statue of Liberty was actually, first inaugurated and installed. Very close to the source. And these are from the original designers and documenters of the time, okay? Now, let me show you this section from inside that book. Look at this. This is going to blow your mind. Liberty, enlightening the world, okay? Dimensions of the statue. Look, foundation of pedestal to torch, 305 feet, 6 inches. Oh, surprise. 305 feet, 6 inches. So you're telling me this thing is 3,666 inches tall. Now, why on earth would the government officially tell you 5 inches different? Do you think it could be that they don't want you to know that the Statue of Liberty is literally
why would the government
3,666?
want to hide something from you? Now, why in the world would the government want to hide anything from the world? Especially about their big old goddess in the harbor that they have put there. And there are so many people that believes that the United States was built on Christianity. Look around, people. Look around. That is not Christianity. See you in the next part.